Okay, hello YouTube, if this goes up there. I have been really wanting to make a YouTube channel for as long as I could remember. You know, I've grown up watching YouTube, watching lots of different creators. I mean, my tastes have changed over time. Think what? Smosh, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie, Dan TDM, Captain Sparkles. Believe Sky does Minecraft, or he beat his girlfriend. Um, a whole bunch of other stuff, but it's mainly like Minecraft, um, stuff like that. But over time now, it's turned into long form. I mean, it's always been long form, but I mean more longer form commentary videos on all types of things. Honestly, self help, better mental health, self help, self health, mental health, physical health, um, and a lot of other things. Anyways, we're gonna talk about my channel. I have zero plan for this channel, which probably doesn't give a lot of optimism or hope, and it's probably not the first thing to say right off the bat in the first video. Um, However, while I have had like this, I wouldn't say an ambition, but like a want to do this, I have really no idea. Like, there's no set theme yet for anything. For me, the persona I might portray, whatever the content. But like I mentioned earlier, I watch a lot more long form commentary content. So I'm probably gonna do a lot of that. It's a lot of like talking and like vlog type stuff. I mean, I have a lot of videos in this computer that I recorded with the intention of maybe posting them. They're more like video journal type. Um, those are in there as well. I could post those as well. Uh, I am all dressed up and whatever because like I don't even, that doesn't even matter. Anyways, so with this, I gotta learn how to edit and stuff. Maybe not like super serious edits, but I do want to add in like boom image, probably like look at the camera, explosion, something like that. Um, you know, uh, there's content creators that inspire me. As of recently, I think what that Zach, fucking funny as shit. I've never not tried to not like. I've never not like. It was 2 a.m. and I was trying so hard not to laugh my ass off and like wake up my mom. Though I think she was awake too. I mean, what the hell? I mean, she has insomnia and shit. I probably have it. Anyways, moving on. Really funny guy. Uh, and I was like, you know what? I was watching one of his videos today. I was like, you know what? Why don't I go out and actually do the thing I want to do instead of watching other people do it? Why don't I go do it? So this is why I'm here. Hopefully the audio is good. I know the video might be a little bit bad. This is a Chromebook, about like a year old maybe, or like a couple months old. These headphones, they're new. However, I did recently use them while I was sitting in a bubble bath. So the quality might have deteriorated because of water, but I think these are water and sweat proof. Better be for 150 bucks. Anyways, moving on. So I hope the audio was good. Now, I kind of don't just want to aimlessly talk. So if you guys are paying attention to the banner of my channel, yes, I love Sprite. It's one of my favorite drinks, actually. Um, been my favorite drink since I was in the womb, baby. When I was a baby. So, story goes, my mom, pregnant with me, I was a surprise baby. That has some lore behind it, but I don't know if I'll talk about that yet. Anyways, surprise baby. Baby wants spray. My mom hitting up my aunt, hitting up them people 2, 12, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning. I'm gonna need some spray. I needed the spray. So they'd be like, all right, bet, all right, I'll go get you Sprite. Calm down. Bottled. Oh, bad move. bad move. Bottled Sprite, bad move. Had to be fountain. 2, 3, 4, 5 in it, had to be fountain Sprite. I mean, there were times, yeah, I was satiated with the bottle, you know, but it had to be fountain Sprite. So yes, I love Sprite. I've been drinking it all my life. Um, oh, this is separate, but these glasses are actually really cool. So you might see purple, purple, purple. I like purple a lot. And these glasses actually, if I sit them, maybe if I sit them right there, I'm gonna let them sit there while I talk for a little bit. They're gonna turn purple, UV. Um, so yeah, there's that. I like Sprite. See by the profile picture, I think it believes Derek Hale and a wolf. I like wolves a lot. I like a lot of different things. Which may not be revealed in this video. They may be revealed in this video. However, the thing I want to talk to you about, and like why I have this need to do some type of content creation. It's a bit hot, and no, I'm not taking off the jacket. Um, it's because like I said, I've been growing up watching people do it. People getting successful. That's not like kind of that's one of the reasons. It's not the main reason. It's not just for money. Money's a great you know a great addition, but it's really just to have like a creative output or like just an output to like talk. I don't really talk to a lot of people. Um, Situation's kind of weird. I have like designated friend groups, but like low key, a little bit like kind of isolated myself from those groups. But I wouldn't say it's all me. But we don't got to get into that. We don't got to get into that. Let's just say I don't talk to a lot of people for real. So this, like I said, previously recorded video entries on here, due to not talking to a lot of people. Anyways, creative part. I I graduated recently, and I had art class. Not for like the whole part of the year, but I had art class, and so I I'm not jorking it. Fucking sweaty. I sweat. 7 minutes in, so hopefully I know I'm not a creator yet, but hopefully YouTube doesn't mess me over by cursing 7 minutes into the video. 7 minutes and like 40 something seconds. Um, Anyways, had art class. And so we were like basically given the rest of the school year to do different projects in different mediums and such as like that. Like you could do clay for like a sculpture. It didn't have to be a clay. You could do like sculpture, you could do watercolor, shit, pencil, whatever. You could do a lot of different things. So I was like, cool, this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to I mean, the process of getting there was difficult because the way she explained it, though, was a little bit confusing. Okay, so senior year, high school, 2026, my art teacher, we'll call her Miss P, was a little confused at first. Miss P was like, yo, write like 5 things, and those 5 things like gonna be what you're doing. So I'm like, bet I'm gonna write like 5 things, and this big project is gonna have themes from all those 5 different things. That's not what she wanted. 5 different things, 5 things to do one thing on those things. So I was like, oh, bet. I got you. I do that. So I was like, all right, Pinterest actually comes in and saves the day like it always does. What am I saying? Actually. Anyways, so like a couple days ago or like a week ago, I saw on Pinterest like there's like this disheveled looking little white dog, and it's like I had just a little description of misanthropy. You've probably seen it if you're on Pinterest or if you're in the sphere of Pinterest I'm in. I don't know if it's too unique of a sphere, but I think I'm a very unique person. Um, so I was like, yo, I low-key hate people. This sounds great. This sounds like something I can do. So I did. I was like, bet. I'm gonna do misanthropy and I'm gonna do tarot. And I was like big watching tarot card YouTube videos for some reason. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do tarot cards. I'm gonna make 5 different tarot cards. I did not end up doing that. I made one. I made an attempt at the second, but then I didn't really like the idea behind it. It was going to be Postal Dude, from if you know the game or like the company running with scissors. It's gonna be Postal Dude. At first, it's gonna have it be like I think it was the Seven Swords. I think it was gonna have it be like swords, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna have that shit be like different signs that say shit, because like protesters and you know the game. But no, I didn't end up doing it. So I was like, bet, cool. Like I said, I fucking love purple, and I did this one first. It was it, I think the quietest, the quietest misanthrope type, because like I was like, I kind of relate to that. I kind of like just watch people say, yo, humans fucking suck. They kind of rude, obnoxious. Like people in the morning at school, definitely, definitely had some misanthrope behavior because of people doing fucking buck wild shit at 7:40 in the morning. So I was like, got you. I got my inspiration, got my motivation. I can keep doing this. This is great. This is awesome. This is what I ended up doing. So I took the free-handed, by the way. Very proud of myself. Free-handed. This. Not even like ball, boom. I mean like boom, 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 boom. I did that shit. So, right. Boom. I like making things. This is gonna go into something a little bit later. Oh, did not forget the glasses, by the way. They're not too purple. They get deeper purple. I'll be right back. The sun. Damn, these are really just not turning purple today. All right. Well, I don't know if you can see too well. I'm making my way back over, but they're purple. They're purple. You can't see too well, but they turned a little purple. The more UV, the more purple they get. Anyways, um, so I did the hermit because I was like, I really like the way that card looks, and it represents, I believe, the misanthrope type very well. And the way I wanted to use it, i.e., him using his staff as a magnifying glass to look onto the folly of human failure, um, seemed to work out. So I was like, bet, this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna have the base card, Herm in the middle. I'm gonna use my phone. I use my phone to trace out the shape. I was like, bet. What? I like animals a lot. I want to be a field zoologist. I'm like, bet. What animals represent this misanthrope type very, very well? We got some quiet observers. The snakes, the predators, the reptilians of the animal kingdom, and then we got owls, of course. A little owl inspiration. Believe that's it. Owls and snakes. We have this little symbol here that's supposed to like represent something related to this. I forget. Um, these were paint markers. Ooh, love the sparkle on his cape, on everything else, and I love how the stars turned out. It looks a little derpy. It's the magic. It's the beauty. Got this signed by Damien Haas from Smosh. Same with these headphones. Oh, beautiful, greatest moment of my life. Anyways, created this. And then I had an opportunity for if you want me to talk more about this, I can. But anyways, then I had the opportunity for another creative thing. I mean, this is going on as I was doing like the art shit, but like this is the next thing I'm talking about. Um, Capstone. I did a little capstone, and I say little, even though it took quite a long time. I mean, everyone's was about the same amount of time, but took me a little bit of my time. I made a little book, um, psychological horror book. It's like a psychological horror, cosmic horror mix. You know what I mean? I don't know. I was just really, really big into psychological horror and cosmic horror. My friend, it was during Christmas break, my friend showed me, what was it? John Carpenter's The Thing. And then I've watched The Lighthouse, I've seen Midsummer, um, read John Vandermeer's Annihilation, watched Annihilation. So I mean, I had a lot of different things. I was like, oh shit. Oh, my creative juices. Oh, I mean, in the past too. I mean, um, I've had I've had tons of OCs, different worlds that came out of my head. I mean, Amino got shut down and Godspeed. Not the best place. Almost got groomed on there. I can talk about that. Um, Besides the point. It did let people explore their creative avenues. Okay, I had tons of characters, tons of characters. across multiple accounts. We can get into that too. Anyways, besides the point, I wrote a book and had a little bit inspiration from some of the things I listed and like other pieces of literature, like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, and Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, Bram Stoker's Dracula, John Vandermeer's Annihilation. Boom, those are my. Oh, and there's some other things, but like I wouldn't really like necessarily count them as books I've read because like there are articles online that I had to like search up for school. But like I read a little bit of Color Out of Space just to get like a feel of how characters and stuff interact with like the world and the entity around them. So I tried my best to make a cohesive book. Now, mind you, this shit was written whenever I had a spur of motivation. It was not consistent. So this shit probably sucks, but I'm gonna let it exist in its terribleness. It's a little fucked up, but I also got this shit signed by Damien Haas. Ayo! Run, rabbit, run. Now, look at that. Look at that. Ugh. Ugh. Just look at that. Look at that little design. Okay, so talk a little bit about this. I'm gonna talk about this next. So, my book, Run, Rabbit, Run, by me. Like I said, psychological cosmic horror thriller that low key isn't really that scary or like well written out because like, anyways, I really liked it though. We got a character, uh, Matthias Barker, parody of Jonathan Harker from Bram Stoker's Dracula. Um, and this book deals with the Monte Cristo household and like the spooky shit that happens in it. So basically, even though you can't take a train to Australia, I think, from England or whatever, London, I believe. I say I believe because I have not reread this shit in a minute, and I'm going off the top of my head. Leave me alone. Um, and so, but he does that. He goes, takes the train, and some weird shit happens to him. Whatever, whatever, whatever. I have a Google Doc where you guys can read all 11 chapters. I say that's why I say small, and like a it's not really small because it's like basically a novel. I mean, I've been people have basically told me I've written a novel. It's 11 chapters. Um, to each their own. So, but anyways, I've had a lot of energy sitting with this book about how I could have written characters better, made the story more concise, like make everything better. You know, I've even debated rewriting it, making a sequel, which I might do. Make a sequel. I don't know if I'm gonna rewrite this bit. I might just let it be and not touch it at all. Honestly, I might just let this be and like revisit it in like 5 to 10 years. If I remembered it and if I keep, you know, if I keep everything. Oh, made this myself, by the way. You know, the front and all that. You could probably tell it's all paper. Um, but anyways, so I've wanted to write again. Um, and what else is the thing to write about than something I have been obsessed with since I have been alive, basically. Because I've known of them, which I mean, I've always known of them, basically. I don't know. I don't know why. I've just been exposed to a lot of media since I was younger, TV shows, whatever. I had a Fire Kindle, so when I was like what, 4 or 5, unrestricted internet access since I was 4 or 5. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Um. Anyways, so I've been around on the internet webs. I may be like I said, freshly graduated, 18. Maybe that. I know a lot of shit that's happened on the internet. And like stuff. Anyways, besides the point. So like I said earlier, Amina, OCs. I was like, why not write about one of the things I like? Werewolves. Why not use something that's already established? Go away, spider. Anyways, why not use something that I've already established and have like everything in here about? Almost everything in here about. So this brings me to my second book, working title. Oh, and this also got jump started by Werewolf Robert Eggers, and the trailer being dropped and all the shit I've been hearing about it and like stuff I've been keeping up to date about. Why is there just like a big stinking bug by me? Fuck off. Anyways, so like, yo, this is really exciting because it comes out December 25th, 2 days before my birthday. Ooh. Okay, cool. Why not? So I've been like, yeah, been on back on my werewolf grind. I mean, it's never left, but like it's been more apparent. You know, when you like find a new hyperfixation, you like not find a new hyperfixation. When you find an old hyperfixation or like some connects you to that, you're like, yo, I'm gonna be on that for like a week and then drop it, or like 2 weeks and then drop it. Yeah. However, I've not dropped it. Werewolves are my ultimate love. I think 1 year for Christmas, I got like a guide or like werewolf handbook, something like that. I don't know where that shit is. Um, like I said, always love werewolves. So get out of my leg hair. I like being outside. Sometimes I don't. Um, yes. So yeah, working title, but I have character or whatever. So let's talk about the character that I'm working on for my second book that's has no relation at all to my first one. So, like I said, Robert Eggers' werewolf trailer and just the film in general, and just him as a person, as a director, um, inspired me to write this book in a more grounded way, while also tapping into like the folklore, mythology, and spirit, and like the spirituality of it. Like, there's some things in my book that I want to add, and I know I just said I was going to talk about the character. We're gonna get there. I know I just said I wanted to add. Oh yeah, I want to add like from Teen Wolf the fucking counter that the veterinarian has that like no spiritual people or whatever like werewolves and whatever can like cross or like touch. And look, you want that in my book, but like I don't want shit like that to take the readers away from the grounded experience. You know what I mean? But like, yo, we were just like dealing with some heavy themes. Now you're just throwing like fantastical shit at me. You know what I mean? Like and I know there's a way to do it. It's the Big 26. People have done it. Um, so I'm going to, I'm actively trying to figure out how to do that and maneuver around that. Um, but the thing is though, I think I'm worrying about all these other things I want to add on before I have my groundwork. Because like I haven't even written my first page. But is that necessarily necessary? No, I don't think so. Um, but it is something that's holding back, I believe. Uh, so anyways, Casey Rosewood Smith is her name. Casey, Casey Rosewood Smith. If you can't spell the rest of that, you're cooked. Anyways, it's Rosewwood Smith, Smith, just like that. Casey Rosewood Smith. Um, Now when I say I'm working on the character, like I got the character, but I don't got like the character. Like I got the character, but I don't got the character. You know what I mean? Emphasis on the different parts of the word. So like I got like, she, her name's Casey Rosewood Smith. She's ginger. She's like mid 20s. Was first attacked and turned when she was 19. Where she was attacked and turned was like her job and stuff like that. Yada yada yada. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got. And like, oh yeah, and she works as a veterinarian. She lives far away, and I haven't decided if she drives to her veterinary place on the full moon or whatever to get away from people to not hurt them, or vice versa. However, I think I am going to make it the veterinary place because the place she's staying at. Oh, mind you, I'm doing a little bit of research about some places in Michigan, places in Canada, yada 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 yada. Because she's from Mahone Base, she has like, I've written down the distinct accent, and yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get to that. And there's only like 300 people where she's at, so I think I'm gonna have it be like the veterinary place, like in the basement or something. She like chains herself up, or like something for the full moon. I don't know. And I also think it would be really cool to have like the phases of the not the phases of the moon, like the wolf, the werewolf, to like have something to deal because I feel like a lot of like werewolf things or whatever can be like interpreted as like things to put on like a feminine character. Like I really like what they did in Ginger Snaps, and I want to rewatch Ginger Snaps. And apparently, like I knew about the second one, but not the third one. No, I did not put up a one first. You'd start seeing shit. Um, so yeah, I gotta watch all three of those movies again. Um, because I want to understand how one to write a female character, and two, with like respect and dignity and all that, and how to write a female character that's a werewolf. Two things I'm not. I might be one or the other, or I can tell you it's not the woman part. Um, but so yeah, so yeah, so yeah, really excited. Um, so like I was saying earlier about her distinct accent and shit. We got this little book right here, this little booklet right here, this little book. Hold up, boom, got it for Christmas. It's just a notebook. The dice theme stops at the cover. Anyways, information about my character. I'm not gonna spiel it all, but you know, I have stuff. I have it all broken down. I have the like identity on the left and like physical description on the back. I forgot. Identity is like this first whole page. I was gonna have the split, but like I low key wrote a whole bunch of shit that I probably didn't need to write, but it's gonna have down. So I got her first name, last name, nicknames, her age, her date of birth, gender identity and pronoun, sexual and romantic orientation, nationality and hometown, and like the primary language is spoken, her accent. Like I have all this shit down. Um, and like I said, I'm still writing the physical description. And I look, stopped at the hair part. Like I was trying to figure out how to convey her. Because the thing is I want to write all this shit down, so I already know how to describe it and convey it to my readers because I've already written it down once before. It won't be hard. Or if I have it written down, I have something to work off of, base off of. Not saying like I can't look at something and just, but it'd be easier. It'd be easier. Um. So yeah. Uh. I haven't decided if I wanted any other characters yet. My friend said I should, but the reason why I don't know if I want to have any other characters yet is because she was 19 when she was. So I believe I would put it at 2020 when she was attacked. At her job. And at her job, she was I mean, she had not like a big role, but she was a zookeeper. However, she ended up taking a night shift because she ended up trading shifts with someone because that person couldn't work that night or whatever, whatever, whatever. Now, the zoo that she works for, unnamed zoo, work in progress, there is a very famous wolf there, and that wolf is Pergnat. And so one night, while she's going around doing her rounds, checking all the animals, cleaning some shit up, doing her thing, whoop de woo, she comes across strange sounds in the wolf enclosure. Um, and it's like, yo, we got something important in there. I should check that out. Make sure the important thing, i.e., the wolf, the mother wolf, is okay. Make sure shit is fine. Make sure we're Gucci, peachy keen, even more things. I don't even know if those are things. I don't even know if what all I said is synonyms and shit. Why do I like writing? I don't know. I can barely describe half the words that come out of my mouth and accurately describe them, like synonyms, adjectives, blah, blah, blah. But whoa now, don't hate on me. Um, so she goes down there, goes check what's going on with the wolf. She sees a big furry black shape, and she's like, "Yo, I don't look like the wolf I know." Lo and behold, it wasn't because the thing that she saw was eating the wolf stomach first. Poor thing was still alive. Um, anyways, ends up putting the wolf out of its misery, and continues eating it. Classic white girl walks backwards. White girls in horror situations, some bullshit happens. She steps on a twig or something, and the thing goes like, and find out a Freddy's Foxy 2 jump scare. Anyway, she basically gets mauled. Now, there's another thing I haven't decided. I'm very undecided with a lot of things in this story, but it's developing. It's a work in progress. This is not something I think is going to come out this year, next year, or the year after that. Maybe it might come out 4 years from now. I don't know. Shit. Yeah, I might even start writing 4 years from now. I'm still figuring a lot of shit out in my story. Anyways, so what I've undecided about though, what that little side tangent was, is I'm not sure if I want it to be where if you get attacked by a werewolf and like turned and attacked, you retain the scars and whatever, whatever, whatever. Which I honestly sounds like a really badass idea. Or I might just keep both. I might just I'm just gonna keep both. just gonna keep both. The other thing I was gonna do was gonna be like, or if you get attacked by another werewolf, you keep the scars. But any other like means you're chilling, you're Gucci, you can basically regenerate from. Um, that also goes into like, I have to like figure out with like the werewolf shit, figure out how the regeneration is gonna work in my story. If it's gonna work the same as classic werewolf regeneration, all this other stuff. And then, like I said, I think it'd be really cool to like see or not see because this is just this whole book would be a hypothetical thing, but like kind of explore. I don't think it would be the first time it's explored. But explore like how lycanthropy or werewolfism affects the menstrual cycle and affects women and stuff like that. Like in Ginger Snaps, she kind of becomes like a more domineering male personality which it can be, if you don't see it that way, that's fine. But when she goes with the boy, and she ends up like killing him or whatever, like kind of turning him. Um, but like I just want to see how like it would what creative avenues I could explore with that. You know what I mean? And how maybe like again, my character Casey Rosewood. I'm not sure if while she was in high school she was popular, if she was more shy or reserved. I haven't decided that. But depending on what I do, I want to see how that would affect someone like not even just a woman, just like someone in general. But like, I think it'd be way more interesting if it was a woman who's already dealing with a lot of problems and a lot of like things that I guess you would assume someone with lycanthropy would like have to deal with. Like, when like the full moon's getting close and shit, they might be a little bit more agitated, or whatever. Not saying this is a direct comparison to women on their menstrual cycles. This is not. However, are you picking up the bricks that I'm laying down? Cool. I just think it would be cool. I think it'd be cool. Honestly, I just think it would be cool. To see the different situations I could put the character in and how I would assume or interpret the character to react in said situation. Now, like I said, this is a character I've had a long time brewing up in my head. Um, and everything's been pretty much consistent. I mean, no, the name's been the same since I first thought of her, Casey Rosewood Smith. Um, I being ginger, that's another thing that's been consistent. Um, what's another thing? Oh, her place of work and what she ends up doing, being a veterinarian, also is consistent. Has been consistent, and like where she's getting attacked is also. I think I already said that, but that's also been consistent. Um, but yes, um, and I really want to like. It's gonna take a lot of like research and shit, but like I do really want to talk about like explore werewolfism or like lycanthropy in a way like maybe most haven't. I don't know. I just think it'd be cool to see like because she's like a werewolf and shit like that, how that could make her veterinarian job easier and or harder. Like, can she communicate with animals? Can she not? Can she communicate with some animals but not others? Can she communicate with them but not really understand them? Like it'd be like a broken English, or it'd be like in a or like you know what I mean? Like would she be able to understand them fully, completely, a little bit, or not at all? You know what I mean? Type shit. And would it be only to like canids, or would it be other animals? And if it's other animals, like I said, would she be able to completely them at all? I mean, understand them at all? Like snakes, other animals, reptiles. I know I just said snakes, reptiles, marsupials, avians. Can she communicate or not? But yeah. Um. Anyways, I think I'm just getting to a point where I'm just rambling, and this is already a 34-minute long video of me talking. So, like I said, this is me. Uh, I am a little bit of a creative guy. Um, my book, my card. I believe I showed you already, but also signed by Damien House. Um, but I think this is where I'm probably gonna end off the video. I say probably. But I might just keep talking, and I'm gonna cut it and shit and see if I do. But it feels like I'm gonna keep talking, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep talking. Um, I'm not really sure what else to say. You can see the computer in my eyes, in my sunglasses, in the reflection. Um, or do. I'm not sure what to put out there. Other than what I just in this video. Um, I might reveal more about myself. I might not. Um, we will see. I've already accepted that a lot of people that I know from my personal life may or may not see this. Low-key my worst fear, but it's okay. But it's okay because everyone's doing this nowadays. You know, I guess. Um, yeah, I just really wanted like all day today. I just was sitting in my room. I was like, bro, I want to go outside and like I wanted to like there was intention behind this. Like I want to go outside and I want to record a YouTube video. I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna talk about myself? I did a little bit, like a lot. Um, but I was like, I'm gonna talk about myself. It's like just me specifically. Or like, what am I gonna talk about? I mean, before this, I was just about to write down a whole bunch of like my likes and dislikes and all this other stuff. I'm like, what if I just record the video and that was it? What if I just record the video? And so then that's what I did. I oh, so Sprite, werewolves, Godzilla, Purple, food, sushi, Ninja Turtles, anime, music, damn near anything under the sun is like what I like. Except for weird shit. Don't like weird shit. Some weird shit's okay. Not all weird shit. I like some weird shit. It's okay. But I think I am satisfied with 37 minutes and 40 seconds. Or well, it's not 40 seconds when I said that, but I mean, damn near. Um, so I'm gonna just rewatch this video, maybe cut this part out, maybe not, maybe cut some parts out, see, and then post it. See what happens. Nothing might happen, but a little bit about me, a little about what I'm doing. I might give updates on the book, the second book. Um, like I said, this might be just like a little like vlog thing as well. I have white in the corner of my mouth. What the hell? No. Um, but I don't know. I'm really gonna vlog carrying around a Chromebook. So you might just get more personalized, like home style shit. I was thinking of maybe doing like a room tour, which would be cool. I have a pretty cool room, I think. Um, I look, you wanted to talk about that in the video, but we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. You know, this is my first video. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on myself. I don't feel a lot of pressure. I'm just talking about like the stuff that I like. Um, but yeah, like, comment, subscribe, uh, give me some feedback, constructive criticism. What's constructive criticism, you may ask? Telling me what you don't like and seeing how I can improve. Not just seeing, but saying how I can improve. Telling me how I can improve. Don't just say, hey, you're bad. Okay, that's criticism, but it ain't constructive. Um, be like, hey, you're bad, but do this to improve. Like I said, I'm gonna learn a little bit of editing, hopefully. So I can add boo, boo, make it more entertaining. So it's not just yap, 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 yap. Um, but yeah, yep. That will come slowly. I am low key really lazy and procrastinate a lot. So we might not be getting no like reaction images, boom, boom, for a minute. But but I will try. That's all that matters. So, without further ado, we're already at 40 minutes, almost an hour. I will officially, finally, let you guys go. Have a great rest of your day, evening, night, morning, wherever you are watching this and whenever you are watching this. Adios, guys.